makes sense to mute them. And we will move. We will march. For those that missed it, last night we won the President's Trophy and then blew it. We will see what tonight brings. Is all that I can say. As much as I want to just be like, oh, okay, let's give up, I can't help but think that maybe, possibly, potentially, we could still find success here. So, is there really such a thing as a late start when there's no set plan? I mean, I suppose if you want to, you know, if you want to look at the semantics of it, I guess not, right? I guess not. I agree. Nick Ritchie's been okay-ish. He's still not great, and I wouldn't say Nick Ritchie's the ideal player for the Bruins to have, but he's better this year than he was last year. But overall, Put it this way, his contract's up at the end of the year, and if the Bruins like, hey, we'll give you more than the 1.5 you were making. Tiny loins, I know. Toronto's legend, Tiny Loins. Imagine Rasmus Dahlin staying in Buffalo his entire career. The poor bastard. He's no Derek Grant. Well, you know, nobody is Derek Grant. Elite penalty killer, and nothing else is good about him, Derek Grant. You can't measure effort in analytics, though, right? Hey. Jordan Coy's only 2 NHL seasons were with us. He never played. He never played again. Poor bastard. Poor bastard. Andrei Mr. Svechnikov becomes a head coach. Good for him. Or at least a coach of a certain kind. God, it just sucks because I was looking there at the defense. And it's like Jake Chikrin has like no points. And it just makes me want to roster it so badly. We're definitely not going to at this stage. Because by the time I'd get like halfway through the process, it'd be like, well, here's deadline, and you're not allowed to move draft picks in this game because eat pant. So, yeah. Another franchise-level player. Nathaniel Darby. Nathaniel. I don't know who the hell spells Nathaniel that way, but fair enough. I have no idea who the worst team was. It looks like it was Winnipeg. Thoughts on today's opening qualifying round? What, for F1? I don't really put too much stock into first race of the season qualifying, if I'm being honest. Still got teams making adjustments. Winnipeg, congratulations on your extra draft picks. Enjoy them. Don't blow it. Who's the next person that can be saved from Buffalo? Nobody great and for not much. That's who. Nobody great and for not much. Alright. Goaltending wise. Qualify the RFAs as we do. Salcedo's showing up as an 88. Hot damn. I mean, Taylor Hall, and I stand by my statement. It's bound to be Taylor Hall at this rate, as I accidentally simmed today. Whoops. It is bound to be Taylor Hall at this rate who gets moved next. Did I see that Bobrovsky stopped a puck? I heard that there may have been one or more pucks stopped by Sergei Bobrovsky. As unbelievable as that is, apparently it happened. You know, so shout out to Sergei Bobrovsky for remembering how to stop puck. It's what it's all about as a goalie, man. Being able to stop puck. The Flyers finally won a game against the Rangers, no less. Imagine that. That's more surprising than Bobrovsky stopping puck. The Rangers actually lost to the Flyers. That is by far the more surprising fact of the day. Hot take, it won't be Jeff Skinner. It's not a hot take. I get your sarcasm. But obviously, you know. I just realized Giftopoulos is asking for way too much money, and I probably shouldn't have signed him to that, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see. So RFAs. We didn't miss qualifying anybody. Good. Another 40 selling digital cards. I don't understand the digital card boom. I'm an old man. And I just don't understand it. I really don't. Alright. Let's see. Mr. Darling. Gotta sign everybody here. 10-year rebuild of the Sabres. You can't even call it a rebuild, though. Unless you're talking about the next 10 years. In which case, yeah, I guess you could consider that a 10-year rebuild. But this upcoming season, yeah, not quite a rebuild. The past decade, also not quite a rebuild. Alright, the only UFAs we have left are Pushkarev and a goalie, so we're looking alright. Let's pay this dude a little bit more. And then Salcido. Just pay him a boatload for the year. And we should be okay. It's beautiful. 'Tis beautiful. Alright, let's move forward. A lot of RFAs signed. And again, we should be good, and we are. So yeah, in chat right now, I guess another prediction was put up of, will we win the Stanley Cup this season? I mean, you could put in a tiny bit on yes, and if the miracle happens, you're winning a crap load. So, who's to say? Alright, who is out there? We're in 2036 already. Who was out there? For goalers. One medium starter, Bryson Hutchings. He is the only dude. There was a low in Jonah Duda. So Hutchings. Is there a goalie we want to get rid of to make room for Hutchings? Is the question. Pretty sure we still have... Yeah, we do have a full goalie list. Kurakov. Turkov, not Kurakov. He's obviously not going to make it. Kolesnik is finally at the end of that goddamn deal. Let's move on from Turkov. He's so far behind Abdelkader. Although, to be honest, Pillman's not going to make it either. That dude's terrible. Let's move on from him. Let's move on from him. Send him out to Anaheim for a future 7th. So, we get rid of Thomas Pillman. And we will go ahead and try to sign Mr. Bryson Hutchings for the defense. Yeah. There's gonna be nobody. Well, fuck. No great options on the blue line at all. Would have to be nothing but low 6s. At that rate, we might as well just hold on to the vets that we already have. Low 6s to try and get them to develop, or just focus on the vets that we already have. I think we'll just focus on the vets. Yeah, because even someone like Mario Durrett, who's half decent, like those low 6s and low top 9 forwards are pretty good for us for a decent amount of time, but why bother? Ray Meach, another low elite forward that we can go for. Of course, Yahir Generous is not available to us. Danny Culp. Go ahead and sign Daniel. And out of the medium 9s, there is fuck all. Except for, oh, you fucking game, I hate you. I fucking hate the bullshit of not being able to use the triggers when scrolling through free agents. It's... my god. Ruslan Chubarov's not available. Dolpi Ilanin's not available. Vesa Virtanen's not available, or Virtanen, I guess it would be. Depends on how much of a Finnish spin you want to put on it. David Tucker's not available. Son of Darcy, drafted by Toronto. That's a lie, but I can say whatever I want. Stefan Scholten. Go ahead and sign you. So I could go for... I think right now we're in a tough spot, right? Because there are veterans that I could go for to turn over the roster and at least get potentially some development. Or we just keep the vets. For the sake of chemistry more than anything. And not really disrupting things too heavily. Especially on that defensive side, like... We got some dudes who aren't that good anymore, but I'd rather keep them to not screw things up. So we'll stick with it. Oh, boy. Cody, we don't care about random Maple Leafs. You know this. You know this. That trade value indeed. Coaching staff, what do we got? I mean, you notice, too, we have like 84% locker room chemistry. There was really no reason to screw with it right now at all. All right. First and foremost, Bartlett, as a associate, we need to bring you back. Quick Q&A, guys. Ask away, because this will take 6.5 years. 6.5 goddamn years. There's so many things about this game. So, I didn't get the video up on Patreon today. It'll be up tomorrow for anyone who is on the Patreon. But in that video, that particular video, I talk about it. And I wanted to mention it here as well. It's something that I've mentioned before. But screw it. I'm just going to throw the idea out there again in case EA wants to listen. I've put the idea out to them as well. Let's hope for the best. Free agency. When it comes to negotiating with players, we absolutely need to see each individual player have an interest meter when it comes to how much they value money, how much they value the status of the team, whether or not they're a contender or not, how much they value the location. It's like the Travis Hamonic effect of only wanting to be in the, a Western Conference team. You need those factors in these negotiations. How much they want to, like, oh, if he's a third liner, but he's like, well, I want to be used in the top 6. Like, there needs to be stuff like that to make, free agency a lot more interesting as we try to sign Cameron. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to throw that random idea out there. EA, if you wanna bring me on as a consultant, I'm all ears. If you wanna bring me on as a roster guy, I'm available. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, then again, you just get these ideas for free via live stream, so why hire me? I get it. Oh, God. When was the last time you've done a fantasy draft in any sports game and any NHL game? Probably a couple years ago. I don't really enjoy fantasy drafts. I'll be honest with you. I just don't really enjoy fantasy drafts. For some reason, they're just, like, I prefer a draft of glory or a different spin on the idea behind a fantasy draft that has more of a set target. It's like, for me, if I'm going to focus on, like, the players that are already established, I'd rather just do draft of glory. Will there be NCAA tonight? I don't know, because there's no guarantee I'm playing Wreckfest either, so we'll see how it plays out. We will see how it plays out. Be a pain in the ass tax-wise if they hired you, but worth it. Have this big brain at their disposal. Bartlett called us a toxic environment. Cam sign, though, that's good. Schoten signs, Hutchings, Meach, Culp. All right, well, we got all the free agents that we wanted. Coaching-wise, it's a little bit off from being perfect, but, I mean, you look at this coaching staff, and hot diggity dog. Is this team ridiculous? Absolutely ridiculous. This Palms fan drops the 2 gifted. The 2 gifted from the Palms fan. Palms, thank you for that, buddy. Tremendously appreciate it. I'm going to try to go for Bartlett again. EA probably makes you pee in a bottle to meet roster deadlines. I mean, joke's on them. My standard and quality would be so high to begin with, it wouldn't even be necessary. Your boy wouldn't be affected by crunch. Wouldn't even be affected. Fuck, I appreciate that. Goodness. Goodness. Maine, the piss bottle of steaks.
Fanboy!
No,
the man was
that's
a fanboy.
Missouri. Warrior up to 485. Good lord, thank you, buddy, for the extra gifted, by the way. I do appreciate it. Very much so. Got my stimmy. Nice. I got mine too, finally. Can't fucking deposit it until Monday. Because for some reason, the U.S. government feels it necessary to send me a fucking physical check. They left me no option for direct deposit. They're like, hey, the last one and this one. Physical check. Because it's the 40s. Good lord. Alright, Mr. Bartlett. Lewiston is the piss bottle of cities, though. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. That is 100% fact. 100%. Weird they just direct deposited my... Yeah, I know. It makes no sense. Hey! Bartlett ended up signing. Good. Alright, so we can move forward and see what this season will provide us. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not going to do anything with Kimmo Karolahti. He can accept the contract or not. It's pretty goddamn simple. You want to play, accept the deal. You don't want to play, well then we'll sign you in the preseason. Okie dokie. So, we have a couple of A-plus coaches. Quite a few, actually. Bluegis, I'm going to send you down. We're going to call up Bartlett again. I mean, any of those coaches. The fact that we have an A-plus goalie coach is just hot. There's no other way to put it. We'll see who the head coach ends up being. How much cap space do I have? All of the cap space, because I'm a cap wizard. I got $14 million, dog. I am the cap wizard. Let's get Karolahti on the roster. Wait for him to sign. There it is. Alright, so. Roster move, roster move. Salcido and Flaherty are definitely the goalies. Kolesnik, again, can just ride the bench. Offensively, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because of course Topi's a forward. That works. Then for the forwards, we have our 10, 11, 12. Bykoff's down to a 74. He's cooked. Call up Karolahti. So technically we want 10, 11. Oh boy, so Lundstrom's definitely out. So 11, 12. So one of the 277s has to go. It's probably going to be Anthony Jeffrey, because again, Cooper, for the sake of chemistry. Jeffrey put up 41 points last year, but had almost 100 penalty minutes. So he is the guy to cut. So we're going to have some changes on this team. Shockingly, I mean, Reza hasn't declined, but other longtime players have definitely declined. So that's pretty rough. But this is pretty much the team. I just need to figure out who fits the team the best. Let's get Olas out of there for Mr. Laaksonen. And then Laaksonen for Olas. Alright, so in terms of the chem. The chem. Krause has been our head coach recently. It's only a 57 for him. If we bump you down, how good is Bartlett? He's at a 58. How good is Cam? 54. Big hit for the defense. And then Canzanello is a 57. I think it's gonna have to be Krause. I think it has to be. It's him or Cam, who might be better. Well, no, it wasn't him or Cam. It was him or Bartlett. He does have slightly different... I want to see how Bartlett compares to Krause. We know how Krause works. Let's see how Bartlett looks really quickly, because he might be better for the defense, but he also might be worse for the forwards, and he is, in fun fact, not better for the defense. So you will continue to be an assistant, and Mr. Krause will continue to be our head coach. So it's all A-pluses for the coaches. I need to bring in a goalie coach for the AHL. Is that Steven Stamkos? It definitely is. Shout out to B-rated coach Steven Stamkos. What a guy. Raymond Tanabe, son of David. Let's bring you back. Let's bring You back. Alright. So, this team that is going to hopefully win us a goddamn cup this year. It is going to be Rinas. Fernandez has regressed a little bit. Again, take out Olas for Laaksonen. Take out Laaksonen for Olas. Get Topi up here. Yeah, it's got to be that combination. It's got to be that combination. It's a damn good combination at that. So, from there, we do have our two grinders with Card and Denny. We get a nice little nifty +5 right there. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. I mean, Griffith, Reza, Cooper. I hate to have to decide between Welch and Karalahti who plays on that second line, but I have to make that call. It's got to be Chemo. God, they're both so good, though. Ambien, what's up? Out of here, boy! These dudes on the fourth line might work just as well. They don't. They got to be third liners. Yeah, they got to be third liners. It's between Welch and Karalahti for who plays on the fourth line with Card. Welch is a centerman. Elliott can play center. Can Karalahti play center? Kind of. It's a +3 with Karalahti over Welch. It's got to be Karalahti. I feel bad for Khalil Welch. He'll still have power play time. And he was pretty good on the power play last year, but that's just how it has to play out. Let's keep Griffith in the middle. I mean, the team is pretty good. Warrior, thank you for the bits, buddy. I mean, the team's not bad at all. We know that top line will deliver. That middle six should be pretty good. Obviously, there's some lower overalls than what you'd like to see. It sucks to have Welch on the fourth line, but I'm pretty sure he has power play time. The defense. I don't know exactly what we have for chemistry. We have our DFD, OFD. If I'm not mistaken, they were best on that third pair. They can be played anywhere. Wisniewski is best for the top six. Olas, everyone else is best for the fucking bottom, or for the third line. So I think then Pushkarev's capped out. Olas and Wisniewski can still improve. Damn, that doesn't work. That doesn't work either. That does, though. I guess we got our combination here, then. I want Wisniewski as a top pair guy. I guess that's the combination for this year, then. I don't feel amazing about having Olas as a top pairing defender, but it's at least not bad. And then again, we have an 88 rated goaltender, which means he's going to be hot trash. Defensively, or at least I should say for the AHL, Burkhoff's 24 at this rate. He's not bad. For this defense, the issue that we are seeing right now is that this is an old defense. And we have really struggled to get younger dudes into this lineup. So it's going to have to be a mix of vets and non-vets. As much as that sucks. Halfway Crooks, what's up, man? Take that plus. Is there any way I can get rid of that -1? I mean, that's pretty much going to be the defense this year, which is rough. Bought FHM7 because I saw you playing and I'm terrible at it. Well, ask away with any questions. I'll help if I can. Can be a tough game to get, you know, to get started with for sure. Alright. Giftopolis, I hate to say it, but you're the first person on the chopping block here. For Chad Dubnik. Strong little sneeze there. Big fan. Marty Brashear. You're going to be out for Sehonen. Bykov. You're going to be out for Meach. Marchant will take a seat. Oh boy. Yeah, all of these vets. That pretty much spelled doom for Jeffrey as well, getting bumped from the NHL roster. And now you're getting knocked out of this lineup. I feel bad for the dudes who are like 25, 26. Houston's got nothing really special about him as a grinder. Booze has that shooting category. I think Houston, as a grinder, is the first guy that gets dropped for Philippe Brule. And then Robert Lundstrom won't survive this either. He'll be out for Culp. So, we could have a really sick AHL team, but by design, I want to make sure that we have the players in the best possible spots. Pickle, unfortunately, Wreckfest is not crossplay, so if we do end up playing tonight, you'd have to have it on Xbox. Alright, so Bruin and Meach are both really good on the fourth line. Couple of +3s. I want to get the best chemistry out of this team that we can, though. There's no one else that really sucks, though. A sniper would make sense. Let's get the lowest rated one, Culp, down there. How many playmakers do I have left? Okay, so we got 4 playmakers left. And 2 snipers. So, fairly obvious. We're going to have all of them in the top 6 and then have two-way grinder. That's just how it kind of pans out there. Alright, and then for this top 6, better on the second, much better on the first for Dubnik. There we go. So the AHL team should be pretty strong as well. Crooks, thank you for the follow as well. So we're looking good. Kind of. I mean, it's relative in terms of looking good at the AHL level. But for the most part, I don't hate how this AHL team looks at all. Pretty damn good for the chemistry. The defense leaves a bit to be desired. But both teams, I do feel like, are set up pretty well, given the circumstances of what these rosters are. So the only thing I want to check, as we always do, is the same stuff. Leaders on the team, and again, that's why we're keeping Kolsnik at the NHL level. I think we're good. I think we're good. Brits, what's happening? And to anybody else as well that I may have missed while we were focused on trying to get this roster set up as soon as we possibly could. Hey, what's happening? It's good to see you. I hope you're well. I hope you are well. Alright. Intriguing is a better phrase for the AHL. I can agree with that. So for this season, Tulsa lines up like this. 51, 58, and a 74. They do have a better, or at least as good of a defense as San Jose Barracuda. So honestly, they're not that bad. They're actually not that bad. And somewhat comparable. For the NHL team, we take on Edmonton to start the season. And we stand at 87, 74, and an 88. We have a better defense than the Oilers, which is probably not that big of an accomplishment. But we have an 87 offense and an 88 defense. Pretty damn good. Baseball fan, what's up? Martindale as well. What's happening, buddy? Oh, this team is beautiful. Not to mention certain guys keep the beards. Certain guys just keep the beards now. They're ready to go. We haven't done it in a while. So I'll show you guys the record book for us. Let's look at the NHL side of things. We'll look at the end of the year. We're about to start a new season. We'll look at the record book after. We might as well. See if anybody can make an impact. So, I think we're good to go. The big question is just how will this team perform? President's Trophy last year. Topi Laaksonen, infamously, on 49 goals. Could he score 3 in the final 12 games? The answer was no. He only scored 2. Absolutely beautiful moment. Freege reported Travis Hamonic won't waive his no-trade clause. No shit. How is that news? No disrespect to Elliot Friedman, but how the hell is that news? Man who infamously goes to Western Canadian team because it's where he wants to be and signs a no-trade clause with the deal, won't waive it. Holy shit, I'm shocked. Not to take the piss out of you there, baseball fan, but like, goddamn. Jim's a dumbass for even giving him one. Well, no, the entire point was Travis Hamonic being like, hey, I'll play here, but I'm not leaving. Like, if I'm, again, like everyone knows, I want to play in Western Canada for the sake of family purposes, I'm staying here. Like, I don't view that as a negative on Jim Benning. It's just you had to hope that Travis Hamonic had more gas in the tank than he does, which he doesn't. It's not looking great anymore, and that Canucks roster in general isn't looking great. So, yeah, I don't view that as this gigantic negative of Hamonic's been awful. Well, AJ, that's the point. Oh, Hamonic's been shit. I hope they trade him. For what? Even if you could deal Travis Hamonic. What the fuck would you get for him? Like, I know Eric Stahl just got a 3rd and a 5th, but like, what the hell are you gonna get for him? Baseball fan, I know, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't an attack at you. Picks. Who the hell is giving up a pick for Travis Hamonic when a diehard Canucks fan in the chat's like, yeah, he fucking sucks? Who? Who's gonna, I mean, off of reputation only is how you're getting, like, anything for Travis Hamonic. I mean, yeah, maybe you get, like, a 5th. Which, yeah, sure, you'd probably take, but, like, come on. Green eggs and Hamonic. There you go. We are first in our division. Through a beautiful 24 games. Just above the Hurricanes. Topi Laaksonen crushing it. Let's keep going. A hefty 7th. Hey, if you take Hamonic for a 7th, we'll even throw in a slightly used fucking Louis Eriksson. Actually, Louis still has another year on his deal, doesn't he? So, Colorado bought a goalie who couldn't beat out Carter Hutton for a 6th. Well, yeah, but that's just because more so I think they were desperate to be like, hey, cool, our goalies are getting, or, you know, our goalie depth is questionable at the moment, so that was just an easier move to make. 23, 13, and 1. Not the best month for us there. Still in the running with the Hurricanes for the top of the division. Just about the halfway point. How's the team doing? This fucking game, I swear to God, this game. Brian Salcido, 81-82, puts up a 925. Brian Salcido, an 88, he's an 899. This fucking game. Jesus Christ. It's not it's not great. My God. Alright, cool. I might as well just start playing Flaherty because Salcido's gonna suck because he got better. Well, it's realistic because Bobrovsky and Price and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, he's not. Well, Bobrovsky's an 88. He doesn't play like that in real life. That's because Bobrovsky shouldn't be an 88. Anyway. Topi, crushing it. Fernandez, crushing it. Brinas, crushing it. Second line, disappointing me like a fucking constant I got nothing. Swap the sides they're on, hope that wakes them up. That third pairing sucks a whole lot of ass. Like the entire ass. So let's just break it up. Alright. Alright. Let's keep going. We're still in a good spot. I have some concerns. I mean, again, if our 88 overall goalie can play like one, we should maybe, possibly, potentially be okay. If not, who the hell knows? That said, we're going to lose here. Yep, there you go. But we were undefeated in the month up to that point. 34, 14, and 1. Top team in this reworked Atlantic by 6 points over Montreal. We have won 9 of our last 10. Topi Loxton on 57 points, 49 games. This team is gelling. We will keep going. We will keep going. There is no reason not to. Had the game auto-generated guy in the draft from North Korea. His name was Tim Jennings, and he was 6'4". Yeah, game's great, though. Everyone's favorite North Korean, Tim Jennings. God damn it. Everyone's favorite... Oh my god, it's just... Oh, so many different stupid examples you could have for the names. Why even bother? 45, 15, and 3. As of March 1st, we have a nifty 9-point lead on the Habs with 19 games to go. We are currently the top team in the NHL. Again. Might it be back-to-back President's Trophies? I hope not, because that fucking thing is cursed. Absolutely cursed. It's like Nigel Dawes being from Kazakhstan. Well, he's not, but he, transferred the nationality over there to play for the national team. 52 wins on the season. The Deejin, for the 3rd year in a row, have clinched a playoff spot. We are masters of consistency. Masters of consistency. It's a beautiful thing. Topi Loxton, 77 points in 72 games. Salcido's up to a 919. Flaherty has a 930. For God's sakes. Defensively, yeah, second pairing's ungodly. Yeah, Renos is still crushing it too. All right, let's see how it plays out. We got the Florida Panthers next. Swamp Cats, we win 5-3. Trying to close in on the Prezi. We have a 3-point lead with a game at hand on the Caps. It's going to be us or Washington for the President's Trophy. Hopefully it's Washington. We play Calgary. We win again, 3-0. Real talk, if this team does this well, what the fuck's the AI doing? Eating paint chips and huffing crack in the corner. I can't explain it. I just can't. I can't explain it. I've tried. There are certain things you could say, I suppose, that could potentially justify it, but it's just not in a good spot. Like, yeah, in the playoffs, the top team like Tampa, they can blow it. It doesn't happen all the time, happens far more often in this game. You have top teams that, underperform drastically in the regular season. That's realistic, sure, but this team is what are we comparable to? We have a pretty meh offense in general, no superstars. I'd say we have like a Nashville Predators offense, an Ottawa defense, and we have an 88 overall goaltender. We're comparable. Yeah, maybe comparable to the Hawks. The A+ coaching helps a lot, trust me. Hell, you know who we are? We're kind of similar to the Islanders. We're the Islanders if we had worse defense. We didn't have Matt Barzal, but we had the goaltending and the coaching. So I don't know. Maybe it is realistic. We play the Rangers. We lose 5-2. We play the Sharks. We lose. That's good. Washington on 110 points. Come on, Washington. Pass us. Pass us, please. Pittsburgh. Damn it. Guys, we're going to win back-to-back President's Trophies with this team. Caps are 2 points back. Let's lose to Detroit, please. Yes. Rooting for failure. Yes, good. Washington's tied us in points. We have a game at hand. Lose. Lose. Yes. We got a pity point, though. We're a point up on the Caps, though. God damn it, Washington. You're blowing this. Boston. Yes, another loss, but it's an overtime. We're 2 points clear of the Caps. Son of a bitch. We can't even out-tank Washington. New Jersey. That's it. Right? Nope, maybe not. It's not done yet. They might have the tiebreaker. Come on, Washington. Win your final game, you goddamn nerds. I think if we lose, because it hasn't sealed it yet, if we lose, Washington gets the President's Trophy, which means we're winning the Stanley Cup. If we win, I'm gonna cry. Just cry. Please lose this game. I mean, it's another 50-plus win season. We know we could get the President's Trophy. I don't want it. It's cursed. Let's go St. Louis. First period. Yes! Yes! Oh, we're going to win the Stanley Cup, boys. No President's Trophy. We're going to win the Stanley Cup. This is glorious. Yes, let's go. 5-1. Jesus, Marian Hossa. 7-5. But we lose. Have fun with that President's Trophy, Washington, you fucking losers. You goddamn nerds. They got it on tiebreaker. Thank God. We avoid the President's Trophy for the second year in a row. It's a beautiful thing. Washington takes the President's Trophy off of ROW. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. Come on. This should be our year now. This should be our year. Goals for per game. We had the league's third best offense, as well as a top 5 goals against average. Hilarious. Our power play was at 25%, which was top 3 in the league, and our penalty kill was at 86%, which was the best in the league. Amazing. Will I uninstall if Washington wins the cup? Probably. We also scored 7 shorties. Not bad. In terms of the points, we'll get a better look at it. Obviously, Topi Loxton did very well again. So we're a great-looking team, and thank God we don't have that President's Trophy nonsense looming overhead. Topi Loxton does it again. 356 points in 328 games. He is unbelievable. He is the Joe Byer of this series, having never scored less than 30 goals. Except he's a goddamn defenseman. Junior Fernandez still hanging in there. 73 points, 4 straight years with at least 71 points. Great stuff for Junior there. Almost back to an even plus-minus. And then Marco Renas is 33. Another 80-point season, 4 straight years with at least 80 points. He has been kind of our star player, really, approaching 1,000 games. Kimmo Karalahti. I mean, only got better. Last year's Rookie of the Year. And he's looking good here now. 66 points up from the 56. As I was watching the UFC main event, and holy fuck is my response. I didn't watch anything else about that card except for the main event. Certainly didn't pay for it, but holy shit is my response to the UFC 260 main event. Oh, let's see. Elliot Fletcher, 35 goals. God damn, Elliot Fletcher got better this year too, from 57 to 64 points. Monador did not reach 1,000 games, no. And on that second line as well, Lawrence Huey, a career-high 83 points. So that second line put in work. That second line was fantastic this season, all things considered. Very, very happy with that. That third line, Louis Reza, again, I thought he was cooked. Still puts up 37 points, not bad for a third liner. Nick Griffith with 47. So back over the 40-point mark for the second time in 3 years. And Ross Cooper with 30 points, not bad. He just hasn't been able to find his offensive touch at the NHL level. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been there. And the fourth line, Walter Denny, regressed massively this season, unfortunately, as much as that sucks. Khalil Welch, though, still did very well because of that power play time of 49 points over the 42. And Sawyer Card with 23 points. He's good for 20 points a year. Good physical presence. The defense, Pushkarev. Oh, boy. Not the biggest point getter. Not the biggest point getter, to say the least. Jalen Wisniewski, 35 points, though. So we do have a number one defenseman, which is hilarious to say. He's a 78. He's now down to a low 6 from the low elite, which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate. Let's see. Jade Darling, 20 points. Not bad. Lars Persson. Look at Lars. Back-to-back 40-point years. So between Persson and Wisniewski, we have guys who can put up points. I mean, Wisniewski doesn't have a great shot. He doesn't have great offensive awareness, but he has 97 passing. And Persson is the guy that you would expect to put up points. Like, Lars is unbelievable. That third pairing, Matthias Olas. Not a big point getter at the NHL level. And Christian Lindgren. Not that bad either. For the goalies, Salcido finished with a 915. So again, if you're an 82, you get a 925. If you're an 88, you get a 915. EA Sports, it's in the game. Ricardo Flaherty, though, posted a 926. I don't understand it. Great goaltending, defense that can put up points, a good top six. This team crushed it. This team absolutely crushed it tonight. I cannot complain in the slightest. Very, 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 very happy with what this team was capable of this year, because how could you not be? For the entire league, it really sucks seeing dudes that we, knew would be great continuing to do well. Mitch Marner, at 39 years old, is now in Chicago and put up a 100. Look at, holy shit. Mitch Marner, everybody, finally leaves Toronto, goes Chicago, Washington, St. Louis, Nashville, Minnesota, Washington, Chicago. That only could have been better if he went back to St. Louis instead of Minnesota, because it would have been Chicago, Washington, St. Louis, Nashville, St. Louis, Washington, Chicago. That is just a very, very bizarre setup there. Goal scoring king was Vladimir Tarasov. Still quite a few 50-goal scorers. For the defense, Topi Laakkonen's going to win another Norris. How do you win Norris trophies every single year? It's easy. You put your defenseman on your top forward line. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. It is ridiculous. Shout out to Kai Hamalainen with 15, though. For the goalers, winningest was Svoboda and Salcido. I'd argue it was Salcido. He did it in fewer appearances. Shutout king was Patrick Svoboda, and he's definitely going to take the Vezina over the likes of Samu Chasu. Rookie of the year is Lorenzo Armstrong. All right, not bad. So another season comes to a close. It is now time to find out what is going to happen in the playoffs.